It's a Sunday morning. We're at Hoosier Hobby Plex checking out the track. They've done a lot of work to it to resolve some of the cracks and pits and stuff. With that being said, it's fairly new, so it is slick loose. So practice has been challenging. It actually is kind of cool because it means
10 more minutes of practice. 10 more minutes of practice, then I'm going to blow the track off, and we will get started at 2 o'clock.
There you go. So they've done a lot of work to it, but that being said, as it's new, not a lot of rubber down, and it's slick. So we'll see how the heats go in the qualifiers.
So here we go, heat number 1, late model short course. Like I said earlier, did a little work to the track. You can kind of see the different colors there, the darker on the high side, the lighter colors on the low side, and everybody was struggling for traction. It was challenging. Finally got the 12H all suited up. Got the numbers on it. Look out, up in the high side. Here we go. So it's finally looking all the way it should. So, but it's still struggling, a little loose. You can see, challenge you get is once you get loose, it just gets worse. Especially there in the middle, where all the marbles are. Makes things challenging for the next probably half a lap at least. You can see there, it was loose coming in, tight getting out. Everybody's loose. Everybody is all over the track. In the end, I think we end up in the 3rd qualifying position out of this heat. You can see a little more mayhem there. Here we go, a little later in the race. Still. See, it's hard loose coming out of the turn there. Even a little bit in here, you don't hit the marks quite right. Making it challenging for everybody. But like I said, that's part of it. They were trying to fix the track, take the divots out that were, and the hard bumps that were in it, and trying to get rid of those. All in all, it'll work itself out.
So running 2 classes today, stock short course and short course late model. I didn't get the short course, stock short course on video, but ended up 3rd, qualifying in the 3rd position so far. Late models qualifying in the number 2 position. It is still bad slick, but it's kind of cool because it means you really got to learn how to drive, because the feathering in and out of the fuel is a big thing. So stay tuned, we're going to see how qualifier number 2 goes.
All right, it's on to heat number 2, short course, stock short course trucks. Not exactly stock. You're able to put a low CG or low center of gravity chassis on these. You're able to have a 13.5 motor and the appropriate ESC. So I'm running a just stock ESC and a just stock 13.5 motor in these. You do run stock tires, stock short course tires, so that does cause some of the challenges with the traction, but again, part of the challenge. So that's what I wanted to get into another class here at Hoosier Hobby Plex. So this is what I picked up. Kind of already had the chassis, the body. Did go ahead and get out and get a motor and ESC for this. Again, running fairly well, you know, staying up in that 3rd and 4th position whole time. You know, believe it or not, that in the late model class, that wing, that 2-inch wing, provides a tremendous amount of downforce in the rear. You wouldn't think so, being, you know, that these cars aren't going super fast, but that wing, there's an incredible difference between the late model class and this class without the wing on the body. You really have to know what's coming into the turns so that you don't spin out. And it's really easily done. You can see that gentleman did it there. There's plenty of them. I turned around there. So just another challenge. That's why it's great to have different classes. Each of them bring their own challenge to it. So finishing up here on stock short course truck. I think we finish 3rd or 4th here. So all right, it's heat number 2 in the late models. Starting out up front in the 2nd position there. As we get this heat kicked off, laid back a little bit too much in that start. Follow that back to the 3rd position. So just to give you a little heads up, bad wreck there in 2. I'm involved. I think it takes somebody to get me straightened out. And now I'm finally straightened out. But just to give you a little heads up, what are in these cars. So this is a Shark body. It's an atomic late model body. And we are required to run the high center of gravity chassis. You can run limiters in your shocks. You really can run any shock package that you really like, but it's still stock / tires straight from Traxxas. So, and it's a 13.5 motor. I run a 13.5 just stock with a just stock ESC. Works out pretty well. You can change all the gears you want, however you need to, or however you feel fits you, but overall, it's something that somebody can get into fairly easy. You know, $100 for a motor and ESC. You can pick up a Slash for $200, and the bodies are about 60 or so. Paint it, decal it, however you like. Something pretty enjoyable. Doing pretty well here. I think I fall back into the 4th position and end up qualifying 4th for the feature. So not my best experience, but my best run. Definitely that lap 2 event there may cause me to struggle and had me lose a lot of time. But again, if I avoid that early wreck, I can definitely start putting the laps together later on.
All right, going into the feature, had a dismal short course, stock short course. It was awful. Ended up breaking.
1.1.
Had a bunch of issues, just not good at all around not good.
5.7.
So I think I start 4th though, because I had a good qualifying round the first round. So we'll see how that goes. Late model, I'm in 3 or 4, something like that as well. So hopefully we have a good go there, and we'll see what happens in the features. Hopefully it should be a good one.
All right, it's stock short course featured time, starting off in the 4th position. Get out of the turn 2 mayhem there. And then we get into the turn 2 mayhem on the next round. So once we get out of that, we can start to get through the field, get into some open space. But while we're doing that, we had an issue somewhere. And as we're working on these final laps here with about 30 seconds or so to go, we've had a shock pop off the top mount on the left-hand side of the inside part of the car. And we just got to survive. I hear him call that we're in the 3rd position. I just try to limp it. I get into some other mayhem. Well, I bump over the top there. You can see how the left-hand side of the car is sitting real low. Now I just got to get it, limp it around. I get into this wreck. I think that causes some more issues. And I just got to get it going, keep it moving, and stay in that 3rd position. And I end up doing that. Loose there, but I'm able to get 3rd on this short course truck. Now we're off to the late model heat. The late model feature, starting off in the 4th position again. All right, we're going to try to get this one started. Giving you a few different camera angles on this race. So we typically when we get into turn 4 or right into turn 3, there on the late backstretch is when they kind of hit the buzzer and get us going. But you can see there at the tail end, some folks had a little trouble keeping it together, so we got to go do another round. And hopefully on this one, as we get there to turn 3, they can hit the buzzer and fire us off, and there we go. So start off in the 4th position, a little mayhem behind me. Got one blue car there, got in front of me. That's pretty much I think where I stay. I ended up 4th. A little more mayhem there. Turn 2. We'll get things to work out. So now we're looking down at coming out of turn 4. Different angle for everybody. Missed the mayhem. All kinds of it there.
Pretty much almost got a full lap on the field. Easy still. James Knight up to that 2nd spot now. Caution over 1 and 2. Caution over 1 and 2.
Car's probably just a little bit loose. A little more loose than I need.
Larry Knight out front on a lap his own.
Like I said, with the work they've been doing.
Ooh.
Cars
All
are
3
loose.
of your top 3 right there together with traffic behind them. Oh, easy going to get the worst of that.
Just doesn't quite allow you to get through the turn without getting off the fuel too much.
James Knight out front now. Larry Knight in tow. Caution coming off before. Caution coming off before. That is your leader out front in that blue and going out late model, followed by Larry Knight in tow in that black and camo. If you see them coming through, please let them go by. They are battling for that
See,
first spot.
everybody's loose. The white car spinning out there in high and 3.
James this time out front telling
Coming into that turn a little harder.
You can't have it this time. It's time for you to go down. Oh, Larry Knight making a move. Runs him up the high side. Larry Knight going underneath. Taking that spot away from James. Caution on the front stretch. Clear.
That one. Red car loose. Takes out 2 or 3 there in the center. Makes it hard when you're loose, man. You get in the marbles there in the center and it makes it even worse. So here I get involved in the car coming across the middle, and now I'm stuck in the middle and not able to get any help for a while, so get adjusted now I can take off. But overall, not a bad race. Like I said, I think I end up 4th here, so can't complain too much. If I avoid the kind of the mid-race collisions here on the front stretch, I'd be in much better shape. But that's racing.
Finishing up Hoosier Hobby Plex, 3rd and short course. I think 4th and late model. I'll have to check the stats when I get to the house on the live RC. So all packed up, all in all. Can't complain about that. If we miss a lot of the mayhem at the beginning, especially in late model, we probably on the podium there too. But hey, getting better every time we're out, enjoying it. So thank you for watching, and remember, whatever your hobby is, I hope you get time to enjoy it.